Happy Friday, you lovely lot. It is Friday, the 2nd of August. First of all, how is it the 2nd of August? Feels like it should be like May, but it isn't. It is the 2nd of August, and you are joining us for another exciting weekend of washing, ironing, bit of work, that sort of stuff, bit of life. You're not really, but we did those videos all throughout, you know, the lockdown and COVID, and they were such an important part of our lives because they sort of kept us going. And I think for some of you guys as well, I think for us and for people watching the videos, having that anchor point once a week just to check in and just, well, for us, it just gave us more of a purpose. We were lucky enough, we have an accommodation business. At the time, we had quite a big one. And we stayed open for key workers, but it was very, very different. But having that anchor point, just to have like a chat with you lovely lot, and just feel like that there was somebody else out there, it was really important to us. And yeah, and anyway, lots of people have been asking how we're getting on. We missed the home stuff. So we thought, you know, we haven't got any Disney stuff at the moment. Luke is just over halfway through his exciting Mazda Championship. So if you are supporting on that, thank you so much. All the support is really, really appreciated. And if you're not, go and watch. Even if you're not into racing, it's really exciting and cheering the boy on. So yeah, he's doing really, really, really well in that. But yeah, we thought we'd do a bit of a life update. We've got some exciting stuff happening. But yeah, it's we sold our last business in September last year. I can't believe that. It feels like we've been out of it for about 6 months or so, and that was a really, really full-on business. It was a very, very large B&B/hotel. We did full breakfast offering, and then in September last year we sold the bulk of it, but we kept some rooms at the back of the building, which we've started as a new business. And I'm at the business now, and it's mad. We didn't think it was going to be this busy. So we've gone from being flat out 7 days a week to being flat out 7 days a week. Tracey and I are pretty much running it single-handedly at the moment, and we're a little bit tired. Reinforcements are on the way, which I'll tell you about later. So we were expecting to have a little bit more time off. We were expecting to be, you know, a little bit more travel, but that hasn't worked out. However, you know, the title of this video, we got some travel books, which is super exciting and really, really, yeah, it's really needed. So today I'm going to be showing you some of the new rooms. We're going to be going to my storage unit because I need to ask you lovely lots some advice. And we're going to be going to the tip. I'm very aware that we've got lots of international viewers now as well. So the tip or the dump is where we take recycling and, like, you know, stuff that you take to the tip. What's it called in America? Is it like, I don't know. Or if you're in another country, what do you call your tip? Or we call it the dump. I can't believe I'm boring on about the dump. I don't actually like going to the dump, but I do like the banter. You know, I remember taking a shower screen to the tip one afternoon. And because there are so many different bins, I can't believe I am talking about the tip. Because there's so many different places that you can take your stuff, I got it out the back of my car and I've got this shower screen. And I'm like, excuse me, mate, where's the best place for this? 3 of them looked around, started laughing. One went, in your bathroom, mate. So I do enjoy the tip banter, but I have got a lot of stuff to take to the tip today. The rooms are flat out. We are literally 100% full till early September. It's a very different business, like service offering. Before, in the last business, it was bed and breakfast with these, and like a man's check-in. With our new business, you make a booking, you get a code, you let yourself in the gate, you go into your room, got a little fridge in the room, and then you go home, and hopefully you've had a lovely time. Sometimes people see us, sometimes they don't, and it kind of works well. It's very nice not having that level of being tied to something. We're still at the end of the phone if you can't find the Wi-Fi or don't know where to park, and we still get plenty of calls, but I can see there's definitely longevity. I think Tracey and I can do this for a long time. So today we've got 3 rooms to clean. Yeah, and I think we'll catch up throughout. I've got some really exciting news. I'm starting a new company. I'm well excited. It should have been up and running by now, but we are too busy. Excuse the state. We're having some work done at the business. Big clock's back. the clock that is right for 6 months of the year, except for now, because I haven't changed the battery in it forever. So yeah, we will be going throughout today. Oh, and at the end, we're going to talk about our holiday, which we are super excited. So strap in. Right, first job of the day. Oi, oi, I've got Tracey behind me. First job of the day, I've got a slow running sink, Trace.
We have a slow running sink.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. So you phoned into maintenance. You got a slow running sink.
I've got a slow running sink.
I've got a choice of. I've got this one.
That is weird. That looks weird.
I know.
It doesn't look like it's a plunger, isn't it?
It is a plunger.
It looks like it should be something out of a sci-fi movie.
Or something else. I think it looks.
No, don't even.
I saw that. It's not actually very. I've never needed this much plunging. You know.
That does the job mostly, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. But I really want to use that.
Have you never used it?
I have. It's not. It's so massive, but I'm going.
That for a small sink, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not an expert.
I'm using a hammer to crack a walnut, a sledgehammer to crack a walnut.
Yeah, I think that's the same.
Yeah, nice.
Let us know if it's wrong.
Nice. How are you liking your new business?
The new business.
Yeah.
It's like the old business, but reduced.
It's busy, right?
It's way busier than we expected, which is good.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong, it's really good that it's busy, but busier than we thought.
We've had some lovely people.
We have had lovely people.
Yeah.
And they're family rooms, so we're getting a lot of families, like 4-person occupancy per room, so lots of people, but of course that means lots of work.
Does mean lots of work.
Which is fine, because that's what we knew it would be. But
Yeah.
kind of, and I don't know why we were surprised. I think just because...
It started off slow.
Yeah, it started really slow, and we hadn't really promoted the business in its new form over the winter because we had other fish to fry and things to do and things to sort out. So it kind of just crept up on us a bit. And then,
Did. Caught us with our pants down.
And we've just been full throttle since like May.
Yeah, it's been mad.
Yeah.
I'm going to plunge. I'm not going to show you that because it could be gross. But the Olympics are on at the moment, which is amazing. So as we're doing the rooms, we've got the Olympics on. So yeah, it's a nice vibe. We've got a couple of rooms waiting to check out. So we're going to get this one sorted away first. Everybody has checked out. So we've had a bit of work done on the courtyard. So we've got this nice, I think they're called gabions, these cages with the bricks in. And yeah, we've got all the plants in, got some nice bay trees, got some nice pots, but have a look at the hanging baskets. They are, well look, there's my head, a bit bright, there's my head, and look how big, they're like on steroids. So I didn't do them, we bought them, we used a company to do them, they were really, really good. We have got Darth Vader sat there, we fire him up couple of times a year, get him fired up. But I think the highlight at the moment, we had what we thought was a weed, which I think it kind of is. I think it might be some kind of poppy. So when it started growing, I think Tracey was keen to pull it out, but these kind of look a bit like Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors, and they've got loads of them on there. And then we've had this really, really cool flower come in, and the flower lasts for about a day and a half and then goes, and it leaves like that on top. It's lovely. So we've got 3 rooms out here. We've got Solstice, which Tracey's working on. Come on girl, put a shift in. And they all sleep 4 people. So they're all in a right old state. We'll probably show you them a bit later on. I better get a wiggle on because we've got an early check-in. So yeah, they all sleep 4 people. Some have got double beds, and again, people have literally just left here. Nice big bathrooms. So we've tarted these up a little bit. These, not a little bit. They've all had a big refresh. So we've given all these rooms a refresh, and the one on the end has had a full redeck with like fancy, very expensive wallpaper. The sort of stuff where, well, Tracey ordered it, and they're like, that's really nice wallpaper. And then when I said, how much was it? And she's like, it's on a need to know basis, and you don't need to know. So we've got that room there, and then we have got, this is our early check-in room. yeah, so they're nice and big. Tracy and I have got very set roles. What are you on, Trace?
I'm on bathrooms, trays and breakfast. Have you explained about the breakfast?
No.
That we do a little in-room pack breakfast. Since we sold the main part of the business, we don't have anywhere to actually do breakfast.
Yeah.
So people just have a little pack breakfast in the room. But everyone's been very complimentary,
yeah,
and positive about what they get. And there's a fridge in the room, which I think people like because they put their own stuff in it as well.
yeah.
It kind of works.
Nice. Yeah, so, you know, they got somewhere to sit, little desk, and, yeah, fridge as well. So, you know, and we put, like, milk for the teas and coffees and juice, yogurts, that sort of stuff. It's 2 o'clock. We have just finished the rooms. That was a bit of a mission. So this is one of the rooms that it has just been all freshened up, ready for check-in. Yeah. So before you will have seen it with all the towels and bits and pieces everywhere. Oi, oi. And yeah. All done. Busy. I think when the rooms have 4 people in them, it just really does amp up the work a little bit. But yeah, we made it. So this is one of the rooms that hasn't had a redecoration yet, but it has had a freshen up, new furniture and bits and pieces. But I'm going to take you next door to one of the rooms that Tracy has cast her magic on and done exactly how she wanted it. So here we go. So we had all this paneling put on along here, and this wallpaper, which I thought was going to look crazy, but I really like it. If you're into wallpaper, it's William Morris, and I think it looks like the White Lotus sort of style, which I really like. So yeah, Tracy's gone to town on this room, and this is what all the other rooms are going to look like when this season is finished. We had some really nice lampshades built, made for us by one of the, got a lovely little shop in the town, and lovely Mark has made some amazing lampshades for us. We have put up some, we're mainly, when people come and stay with us, they mainly stay just for one night. So we did have wardrobes, but wardrobes take up like a lot of space. So we took them out and put that shelf in, which has worked really well. This is what we put out for breakfast. These are a nightmare because they're so easy. You just obviously just stick some milk in there, but we've been munching loads of them. And Tracy's gone all posh on the biscuits as well, which doesn't do me any favours. So they get a little, that's my drink bottle, so they get a little bag. So there we go, a little message from Tracy there. And then inside there's some croissants. And what else we got in here? We got some pan au chocolat and some muffins. And then in the fridge, filtered water, some milk. And we do others, you know, all the other milks as well if people want them. Some juice, some yogurt. And in there, got some fresh fruit as well, blueberries, strawberries, and all that sort of gubbins. So as I say, it's just gone 2 o'clock. I'm done. I'm like really worn out. I've got into quite a nice routine. I'm back in the gym, which is really nice. I haven't been back in the gym for ages. I think when you get to a certain age, you've got to start getting your lifting some timber, because I think all that bone density stuff, you know, I want to be on top of that just in case. So I've been hitting the gym every day, which is really nice. And although I'm feeling it physically, I'm feeling it in my head as well. But I am going to the gym super early, so I've been waking up naturally, sort of 5:30. We're really lucky we can hear the church bells, so I can hear the church bells on the hour. And I've been getting out of bed at 6 o'clock, driving to the gym, doing my workout, come back, ready for the day. Feel like a winner. Anyway, I am starving. It's lunchtime. Right, I've done the dump. It was uneventful, but I'm just at my storage unit now. We're really lucky to live where we live, but the farmers are harvesting at the moment, but have a look at this crop field. It looks glorious. Right, I'm about to show you. I am driving at the moment, but it's just like a private road on private property and there's nobody about, and I'm doing 5 miles an hour, so I think I've got this. So I'm about to show you my storage units, which are full of all my soot and junk that I've been collecting for years and years and years. I think I need a bit of help with it. I've not been at my storage bit for a little while, but I wasn't expecting to see part of a plane. Right, I've dropped off the bits that I needed to drop off, but yeah, this is my, I don't know what, basically, I've got 2 of these big units, and I'm not using the space as well as I could, but I've basically got, you know, stuff that I've been carrying around for ages. You know, old computers. What do you do with old computers? I found this the other day. This is like, my mum's moving house at the moment, and I found out, like, Escape from the Death Star. I played this game for ages. I'm a big Star Wars, you know, nerd. You know, and I've got stuff that I'm going to need. You know, we've got camping stuff and like the tent, and I've got a telly down there. And, you know, I'm going to need, because we don't have a massive amount of storage, I am going to need to keep one of these, but I have got 2. I've got one next door. So yeah, just next door, this one. This one's bad. So got some racing wheels there, gearbox, bikes galore. I only use one bike really, which is that one there. That's a fold up bike for when we go racing. I've got Tracey's old bike, Daisy's first BMX, Luke's first big boy bike, my BMX, that bike is that bike is about 42 years old, and I don't know what to do with it. And then I've just launched a load of stuff. I have tried selling things. I put stuff on eBay, and stuff that you think is going to go for like decent money goes for absolutely nothing, and people ask you loads of questions, and they expect quite a lot for a pair of jeans that they've just paid £4 for. They want every bit measured, and then you got to post it, and then it's just like, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's entirely worth it. I haven't got the time to do a car boot sale, but I don't know, but it's too good to take to the tip. I've spoken to the charity shop, they're all chock-a-block. So what do you do with it? Like, we've got like loads of clothes, and I just don't. So what do you guys do with it? I spoke to my mate Tim, and he's quite a matter-of-fact Australian. He said, if you think it's worth less than £100, don't put it on. If you think it's worth more than £100, put it on eBay. But I think if something's worth £30, it's worth. I still think £30 is a lot of money. So I don't know, but I haven't got the time to do it. And what I was going to say what I am in danger of, but what is happening now, I'm fairly certain that I'm paying more per month to store stuff that isn't worth anything. I just don't know what to do. So yeah, if you've got sensible answers only, if you can help me out, let me know what you would do. Like, do you just take it all to the tip? I've done the tip. The tip was all right. Do you just take it to the tip? Like, you know, I don't know. I need help. It's 20 to 6. I've put a battery in it. I felt bad about, you know, it's not had a battery in it for about a year. Anyway, big clock, back on the firm, and all sorted out. Yeah, a bit of an update with Luke and Daisy. Daisy is flat out. She's working in hospitality. She works very long shifts. So sort of coordinating our calendars together is proving difficult at the moment, but she is really, really happy. Luke has been super busy as well. He's been doing lots of stuff with his racing. He has been doing lots of stuff at work. But coming on to how busy Luke is with work, Luke's actually getting to the point where he's missing out on a few opportunities that could potentially pursue, sort of further his racing career. Coupled with the fact that I've got a drippy tap, stop it drippy tap, coupled with the fact that we are really busy with the business and we weren't expecting it. And I am starting a new company as well. Luke, as of 2 days ago, has started working for us. Not here today, he's worked for us for 2 days, already got a day off. What's that all about? But yeah, Luke will be helping out here, helping us with the accommodation business. He will be doing instructing. He will be developing his driver training arm as well. And also he's going to be doing some bits with Racing Pride, which is the charity that he works with, which promotes inclusivity in motorsport. And also he's going to be helping me on my new business, which I'm super excited about. If you've followed closely over the years, about 10 years ago at the hotel, when we owned the hotel, we had our carpets cleaned. And I was just amazed. And I spoke to the bloke that did it. I'm like, what's this like? And he's just like, yeah, I left the army, bought this, and yeah. And basically, I became obsessed with it. I went down a massive hole on YouTube, and it's pretty much, other than Disney stuff, if you look at my search history on Disney, it's like Mazda racing. My search history on YouTube, it's Mazda racing, Disney, but mainly it's carpet cleaning, sometimes patio cleaning. So when Tracey and I were talking at the beginning of the year, when we weren't expecting this arm of the business to be that busy, Tracey was like, I think we're probably going to need, if we want to keep going to Disney and like racing and bits and pieces, I think we might need you might need something else to supplement all of the stuff that we want to do. How about doing your carpet cleaning? You've already always wanted to do it. Bearing in mind, I've been reading books about it over the years as well. So yeah, long story short, I got in touch with somebody that used to, the guy that actually cleaned our carpets. He doesn't work in the area anymore. And I'm just like, hey, do you remember me, that freaky guy that had the hotel? He's like, yeah, the one that actually wanted to do carpet cleaning. I was like, yeah, that's me. I want to do it. So I've been out on a few days with him. He's been teaching me how to do it. My van, I've got a new van that's currently in Cornwall, having all the equipment fitted. I've got to go on some courses when we got some time, and yeah, I'm super excited. I'm really nervous. I've been on some jobs with him as well. And what I really liked about it is the variety. I've been to some crazy houses, done 2 famous people's houses. I didn't know who they were, but they were like quite a big deal and really nice. Probably worked out well that I didn't know who they were, because I just ended up having a nice chat to them and they were nice. And then so you go and do like these massive houses, and then next you're doing a little old lady in like a little village. And I just like the variety of it. I like the fact that I can go and, load my van up, go and do jobs. I like the fact that it doesn't have to provide a massive income, because we've got this as well. So yeah, I probably, we're just about to talk about the trip that we're going to take. But when we get back off of our holiday, I should be ready to go with some carpet cleaning, which I am really excited / very nervous about. So yeah, Daisy's great, Luke's great, we're all great, and we got a trip booked. Feels like we're about to have a serious chat.
I know. Shall we talk?
Now, about your behaviour. We got a trip booked.
Yes, we thought we'd sort of let you know what's going on. We've kind of alluded to it a little bit in some of our Instagram posts and things, so we just thought we would fill in the gaps.
Yep. So, how many days?
It is a 2-week holiday. It's
a
14-night holiday. And we have got 4 nights on property, which we'll come back to in a second. Then we've got a very exciting 7-night Disney cruise. Yeah. And then we've got 2 more nights on property.
Yeah, well excited. This year I've definitely felt like I definitely need a holiday. Just Trace and I this time.
Yeah, couldn't arrange it for the kids this one, and we were desperate to get away, and we just thought we just need to book something. Yeah. And we fancied a cruise. Yeah. And
we didn't kill each other on like the last trip. It worked out pretty well.
You got over your first couple of days of trauma.
Yeah. I think it's going to be easier this time. Yeah. I'm not sure. Only because of where we're staying at the first part of the trip.
Oh, you won't want to say goodbye. So
I just think going there without the children will be that'll be difficult, because for the first part of our trip
we're at Old Key West for the first part of our trip, and it's somewhere we've only ever stayed with. Most of our trips we've only ever stayed with the children, apart from the last one.
Yeah.
But it has been such a important part of our family time at Disney. The kids love it. I've always loved it. It's still their first to go to.
Yeah.
Although I think Pops are close second now.
Creeping up there.
But yeah, a one-bedroom villa at Old Key West was always our main staple go-to holiday for a number of years. And the last time we stayed there was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But obviously just the two of us, so we're now trying a deluxe studio for the first time. Well, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So that will be slightly different. So you won't maybe have that emotional tie to the one-bedroom villa that you've had before.
Old Key West is our favourite resort. Well, actually, it's going to be nice to give it a really decent comparison, because, as Tracey sort of said, Pop has definitely is like a big contender. But the thing that I love about Old Key West is, obviously, all the emotional attachment aside, I like how chilled the resort is. Olivia's restaurant there is fantastic. The pools are great. And you've got the ferry to Disney Springs, so fingers crossed if you're watching, Michael.
We're coming for you.
that could be the dream. I'm not sure if I want to meet Michael, actually.
Eat Michael. Eat Michael.
I'm not sure if I want to meet Michael. It might be weird.
It might be a bit awkward.
Yeah, probably is awkward.
Yeah. Well, we won't make it awkward. We'll style it out. It'll be fine.
I'm going to make it really awkward.
Super awkward.
I'm going in for an unwanted hug. So yeah, we've got 4 nights on Old Key West, and then what?
Then we've got 7 nights on the Disney Fantasy out of Port Canaveral. We're doing the 7-night Western Caribbean cruise. And we wanted to do another cruise. We wanted to do a longer cruise. The Wish was great last year, but it was only a 4-night cruise.
Yeah.
And because the first night it's embarkation day. You really only get 3 full days. So we wanted to do a longer cruise so we could just get more into it and more enjoy it a bit more.
Yeah.
This one's got 2 days at sea, which again we're looking forward to, because we did love being on the ship. And I think on a shorter cruise, you don't get enough time on the ship to really, really enjoy it. And we wanted a bit more time on the ship. And we also thought, if we go somewhere a little bit different, we'll do some excursions as well. So that's what we're doing. So it stops at Cozumel in Mexico, Georgetown in Grand Cayman, Falmouth in Jamaica, and it does stop at Castaway Cay again, which we've done before and we'll enjoy doing again. I think this time I'd like to try the Serenity Bay. So when we went last time, the beach at Serenity Bay wasn't there.
It was just
There'd
gone.
been some weather and it was kind of just not a great place to be, so we went back to the family beach. But I think we'll enjoy Castaway Cay again.
Yeah, and we've got excursions booked because I love being on the boat.
Ship.
I love being on the ship, and the big. I could stay on the ship. So as long as it's nice and sunny, I think I could just stay on the ship. So we are, it's a waste if we don't get off and do the excursions. But I do really want to stay on the ship.
But we did look at the destinations on the cruises and where they stopped, and you did fancy places that were a little bit different.
Yeah.
To Nassau and some of the other places that they stop at. So to do the one we're doing, I think it's going to be quite good. And the great thing about this cruise as well is your first day is a day at sea. So you've got that chance to sort of acclimatise to being on the ship, find your way around, get settled before you then stop and can get off. So I think that's going to be really nice this time, because I did feel it was all a bit rushed on the Wish. And that was probably just because we were still learning how to do cruising.
How to do boat.
How to do a cruise.
Yeah, I do boat now.
Yeah, so I think having a day at sea first is going to be really nice. We'll get used to the ship, and then we'll do a few excursions, which obviously we're not told too much about now because we want to keep them a little bit as a surprise, because I think it'd be nice for you to see our reactions as well to it as we're doing it. And
I think it'd be great doing 7 nights. I think now that on the last trip, is it embarkation day?
Yeah.
That really spun me out. Like, I wasn't expecting that, and now I know what to expect, and I know that it will be like, Kipo, this is going to be all right.
This will pass.
But last time it was just like, oh, this is a lot.
Yeah, you weren't sure about cruising beforehand anyway, and that first sort of like 6 hours of that day were a bit much for you. But you did then ease into it, and you were fine.
I did,
and
yeah.
You did really enjoy it.
Yeah, I did.
So.
But I'm still not sure if I am like properly into cruising. But I think this trip will give us a good like indication. I think basically after this trip, I'll be like, yeah, I'm really into this, or just like, that's me. Or I could be like, it's all right. But I think having 7 nights on it, you know, I'm going to go full sweet life on deck. I'm going to become...
You're one with the ship.
Yeah, I'm going to become one with the ship and really embrace it. And I think on the last trip, it did take me a couple of days to get over that, like, slap around your face embarkation day.
Yeah. But you know what to expect now.
I do know what to expect now.
And I think now we know, we can maybe make that first day a little bit easier on ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just, you know.
Yeah. And we're going to have so much space. We've got a cabin. We've got like
we're not squeezed into a cabin, all 4 of us. It's not a family cabin that we've got. It's a standard cabin, but there is only 2 of us, and it should be fine. And we've got a veranda.
Better be fine. Yeah, we've got a veranda.
We thought for 7 nights it was worth having a veranda.
Yeah, definitely. So that's going to be great. And then we get off the ship, and then where we go? We're going somewhere we've never been before.
Yeah, we've got 2 nights at Bay Lake Tower.
Yeah,
which is really exciting because I've always fancied staying on one of the monorail resorts by Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
The Contemporary itself has always been a bit sort of like not really sure. Bay Lake obviously is very similar, because it's CBC only. I think it's got a little bit more of a different feel to it, and it's not quite so hectic. But you can walk across and get all the hectic in the Contemporary if you want to anyway.
Yeah.
And we can walk to Magic Kingdom. I just think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, you know, as a resort, that sort of whole area has always kind of left me a little bit, not cold, but just like...
The Contemporary is a bit of an odd style, isn't it? It's very 70s.
You know, like when you're wandering around, like if you've been to Disney before, if you're wandering around the boardwalk area, and you'll just be like, oh, it'd be great to stay. It would be great to stay here. When we have been to Bay Lake or the Contemporary for dining, I've never come away from there thinking, oh, I would love to stay there. But people rave about it. But I also get similar vibes from the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian, because I'm not sure if I want to stay somewhere where the monorail is, because it is so lovely. Like if you're not staying there at one of those, especially the Polynesian or the Grand Floridian, if you're not staying there, I'm not sure. You know, you can just get the monorail, get off, we're going to have a wander around, which is fine. Like, we've done it. But I think if I was staying there, I'd be like, well, I'm staying here. Why is everyone else here?
You'd like it to be exclusive.
Yeah, but like when you go, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm excited to try something new.
Just from being an observer of getting off the monorail at some of those resorts.
Yeah.
You felt it's a little bit much, a little bit busy, a little bit too much.
I'm like, resort guests only, please. That's okay. Where I'm at. But on the flip side, when I'm not a resort guest, I'm like, well, I'd really like to come and have a look at where you're staying, please, which I've done loads of times. So again,
we'll see how you feel.
I'm a complicated guy.
See what I have to put up with. So yeah, basically, we're going to embrace it and see what you think of being in that sort of area.
Being able to walk to Magic Kingdom's got to be like amazing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're going to be able to do it.
We're going to be able to do it. We'll know.
We will know. Have we got any dinner reservations anywhere?
We've got a few. We've got Paolo booked for the cruise.
Yeah.
So that's going to be exciting. I'd like to try that.
Yeah.
We've not done too much on the lead up to the cruise, the 4 nights, because the food on the cruise is just so much, and we didn't want to sort of like be too full, like with 4 days of Disney food beforehand. We have got 1900 Park Fair booked for a late lunch, early dinner on our first day in Magic Kingdom.
That's character dining, isn't it?
That's character dining, which again, also complicated person. Not sure he likes character dining or meet and greets that aren't in costume, or in a animal or other type of costume.
I love everything about Disney. I love everything about it, and we've been so lucky that the children have grown up having holidays there. And some of my favourite times on Disney have been at character dining experiences. The Crystal Palace?
Yeah.
Phenomenal. What's the days is that one at Hollywood Studios?
Oh, Hollywood and Vine. Yeah.
Phenomenal. When first of all, when the characters are like in like characters, and when you've got kids with you, I think it'll be, again, I want to push myself and have experiences, but I think it'll be really interesting as an adult to go to a character dining experience where they're like, where they've got faces.
Yeah, it's like Mirabelle and I think Cinderella.
Yeah.
I think the character dining at the reimagined 1900 Park Fair is based around characters that have had wishes as part of their story.
Yeah.
So it's a wish-based theme.
And we've never done it, and I want to do it. But I think it might be a bit odd.
So look out for that one. You'll find out whether we really believe that or not.
But I've never eaten there, and...
It's a buffet. It's a buffet, I think, or family dining. So that should be interesting.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we've got, what else have we got booked? I know we've got California Grill booked for our wedding anniversary, actually, on our very last night, because we'll be staying at Bay Lake. We can just go over to California Grill.
Is that actually on our wedding anniversary? Yeah. And that's on the last night of the holiday?
Yeah, so that'll help you remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
and we've eaten at the California Grill before.
We have.
It's phenomenal. It's lovely.
Many times.
Yeah.
Many times.
3 or 4 times.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it was on the dining plan.
Yeah, and over 8.
Over 8, yeah.
You only got the meat sweats. So we're hoping not to do that this time because we obviously went for the dining plan. Obviously, the changes to Genie Plus, Lightning Lane, whatever it is now, will be enforced when we're there. So it'll be interesting to see. We can't book our 3 in advance until we're actually there. So we'll be able to book it for the 2 days at the end.
Yeah. I think that,
Yeah. 2 days at the end. So
we'll figure it out.
But, we are fortunate we've done lots of these rides before. The only one we really, really want to make sure we can get on, which you can't get on those anyway, which is Tiana's. Yeah. So that will be the virtual queue that they're operating there at the moment.
Yeah.
I think we've got something else booked dining-wise, but I can't remember what it is. But,
I think for me, we're
going to go with the flow with the dining on our resort park stay part of the trip. We've not got too much booked because I think we found when we went in January it was quite nice to just go with the flow, and you can pick things up like not last minute necessarily, but with a day's advance notice you can see what's available and work your plans around what might be available.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, everybody knows quick serve chicken tenders and fries and barbecue sauce is the best meal you can get. Oh, and school bread. I'm so excited for school bread.
You'll be getting some
and Viking coffee. I've never tried Viking coffee before.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying with the school bread, try the Viking coffee. So we're going to try that. Well,
I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
I think for me, the thing that I'm looking forward to, about being there, I'm really looking forward to Tiana's. Yeah.
It's looking beautiful. It really
I've avoided all POVs. I've avoided any looks at it. So the first time I see it will be. Is there a restaurant attached to it?
No.
Okay.
There might be plans for in the future, but nothing yet.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for that, and just excited to have a rest.
This is the longest we've gone in the last couple of years since the pandemic, where we've been trying to get 2 trips a year, and we've been spacing them out like 6 monthly. But this will be 8 months since we were there in January. By the time we get there, 8 coming up for 9 months, and that's too long.
It's too long.
That's too long to be without some Disney magic in our lives. So we're really looking forward to getting back into the magic.
It's kind of like getting to the end of a marathon and someone goes, just go around one more time. You're just like, I'm not sure I've got that in me.
Yeah, so, the way this year has worked out and the way that we timed our trips was just because, as Keith obviously explained, we've had a lot going on. It's a bit of a transitional year. I love the word that they use for the cruises when they're repositioning across the Atlantic or whatever. And I think this year has been our repositioning year.
Yeah.
Lots of things have changed. Lots of things we're just doing slightly differently. We're getting things set up. We're getting things in motion that will then settle into what the groove will be for the future.
Yeah.
And then we can make sure we've got more regular trips. Hopefully, maybe even more trips.
I think we've just fallen out of balance a little bit.
Yeah.
There's not been a lot of balance.
Yeah, just because this year's been a bit of a weird year.
I'm pretty tired.
I'm ready. I'm ready for a rest.
It's been quite a lot. We went from a very, and as I mentioned earlier, it's nearly a year since we exited out of our last business, which is just bonkers.
That's gone so quickly.
Has gone really, really quickly. So that's it. We're off in. Did we say how many days?
I don't know how many days it is now, but it's the beginning of September. So the first 2 weeks of September.
Nice.
Away. So
yeah,
really looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Yeah, it's been nice. Feels nice having a bit of a
catch up.
I took them to the storage unit.
I've not even been to the storage
Tracey's
unit.
not even been to the storage unit.
The first time I will see what the storage unit looks like is when I edit the footage from earlier.
I didn't take them to the tip though.
Oh, I can live without that.
Yeah.
I know where the tip is.
So thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, be kind, look after one another. Cheers.